To think that astrology would answer every question that you may ask in your earthly life would, of course, be naive. And to believe that it could would be gullible.
To think that astrology would answer every question that you may ask in your earthly life would, of course, be naive. And to believe that it could would be gullible. But astrology is the map by which we can find our way through life's maze of crossroads. Man has looked to the heavens since his beginning and has never failed to find there the signposts of life. As when traveling from city to city, we are offered many alternate routes. A road map helps us find the most direct and safest route for us to follow. Astrology provides us, through our horoscope, with the road map of our life. Now let us view the map that leads us to the fortunes of Leo. Leo the lion is the 5th sign of the astrological zodiac, July 23rd to August 22nd. As a Leo, your planetary ruler is the sun. Your sign is fire. You are of a fixed nature, vitally dynamic. As Leo, you have the power of leadership, deep reserves of vitality, and dynamic energy that comes to you directly from the power of the sun. Leo's ability and courage mark you for success. There is nothing that you cannot do when you put your mind to it. In your early life, the Leo qualities may not show in a distinctive manner, but as you mature, they become stronger and more pronounced in your deeds and actions. You have, as your sign would suggest, a rather playful and light-hearted outlet on life while you're young. But this should never be misunderstood or mistaken for irresponsibility. Success for Leo is dependent upon his being prepared to settle down and stop chasing a ball of string. Once he has made his decision to reach for success, his staying power and ability to concentrate cannot be matched. You have the patience to carry you over the rough spots, and where others would rechart their course, you will stay and make it a successful voyage. Whatever it is that you decide to do, it will probably be thought of in a grand scale manner. Nothing is too big for Leo. You should be careful that you do not consider some things too small. Leo, you may have the tendency to turn your nose up at something you feel not worthy of you, or worth the energy it would take to obtain what you feel is such a small prize. A word of caution. When under extreme stress and emotional pressure, you may allow the more animalistic instincts for survival to come through. This usually does not work to your advantage. You take on a cunning that, while it may serve the immediate purpose, it does not serve you well in the long run. This cunning or animal behavior is truly not necessary for you. Success and leadership seem to inherently belong to you, and so often you're expending energy where it is not necessary. Your confidence in your own ability is absolutely unmatched anywhere. If there is a project that is suggested by a friend or associate, and there is a suggestion that one particular part may be more difficult to complete, for whatever the reason, Leo will make the statement, "I can do it, and do it in the time allotted." As you have probably learned in your life, you have a strong tendency to leap and then look, usually on your way down. Not everything can be achieved in a single stroke. While it is your nature to keep your eyes firmly fixed on the top, you must look around you from time to time so that you will be better able to watch your progress. These do or die attitudes are somehow never looked down upon or criticized in the Leo personality. And people seem to accept Leo for what he is: strong and confident. In Leo's confidence, it should not be thought that he is unreasonably boastful. He is not. He will merely state the facts and then move on to something else. If a person is to ask Leo, "Are you great?" Leo will reply, "Yes," and leave it at that. A word of caution to you. There is one lesson that you must learn if you are to truly enjoy the success that will come to you. You must relax. Your drive and fiery nature are understandable, but if you can master the art of total relaxation, you will be better able to apply your fantastic driving power. The tremendous powers and abilities of the people born in the house of Leo, both active and dormant, can be used for both good and evil. It is vitally important that you stay on the straight path. If you find, through bad judgment, that you have made a mistake, you then tend to become frustrated by that mistake. And it is at this time that those around you find you difficult to take. Through this frustration, your attitude can become superior, arrogant, and opinionated. It is a strange characteristic of Leo that this unreasonably prideful side shows itself at times when Leo has more than likely failed in his objectives. These attitudes melt away with success, and he returns to his usual proud and confident self, but in a much more acceptable way. Home for Leo is the world. Large cities, plenty of action, luxurious living, nice-looking women and handsome men are the ingredients that Leo invariably searches out. This is not because he is shallow. It is because Leo has a genuine and deep appreciation of these things. He is more than willing to share them with people he cares for. Leo, your sign is fire, and your nature fixed. When these two elements are combined and developed to their fullest potential, there is nothing that you cannot achieve, providing you truly desire it. It is when this has been done that Leo gives the world such people as Napoleon, Rubens, Picasso, and great screen favorites such as Shelley Winters, Myrna Loy, Lucille Ball, and Mae West. What we have just discussed are merely the broad and more general Leo traits, and can be used as a rule of thumb by which to know yourself and understand your basic motives more clearly. But to more completely understand what truly motivates you, it is necessary to place you in one of the decans which divide your sign into three separate parts. Those of the sign of Leo, born between July 23rd and July 31st, are within the first decan. Those born between August 1st and August 10th are within the second decan. And those born between August 11th and August 22nd are within the third and final decan. If you were born in the first decan, July 23rd to July 31st, you are the most consciously aware of your entire sign of the powers and abilities you possess. Your personality and competence are an open book where your understanding of them is concerned. You are the social convener of the House of Leo. and you mix with the greatest and most diversified groups of people. Your loyalty and faithful devotion could never be questioned. No matter what the cause, if you have accepted its ground rules, you can be depended upon to the end. Of your brothers and sisters in the second and third decan, you are by far the best balanced. Things for you seldom get out of perspective. You can and will probably go far. The second decan, August 1st to August 10th, has marked you as the most ambitious and best equipped organizer of your sign. Whether in discussion or business, you hold strictly to the main objective, and once your teeth are set, there is little chance of pulling you away from your desired goal. You are the most individually self-reliant and best able to guide those around you. Success for you of this decan can far exceed that of those around you. Your ability to achieve success takes you well past what is normally considered the top. But a word of caution. You can, and most likely will, find yourself placed in awkward situations. This is usually caused by your outspoken and sometimes unsolicited opinions. You would be wise to curb this. Of the three decans, those of you born within the third, August 11th to August 22nd, are by far the most impatient and impulsive of your sign. When you are attempting to get to the core of a problem, you sometimes tend to use the rip and tear method. This can leave a trail of destruction behind you, but you are also the most affectionate and have the ability to be the kindest and most generous. Your personal relationships are usually of a passionate and highly electrical nature, and your close friends are made aware of your feelings for them on a daily basis. For you, channeled energy is the key to total success. This success will be hard to deny you if you merely exercise a greater degree of patience, learning some valuable lessons from your brothers and sisters of the first and second decans. Leo, you are strong, ambitious, confident. What you desire will be yours when you decide to pursue it. Do not leave this too late in your life. For Leo, the earlier you start, the earlier success can be yours.
Leo, in choosing a career, you have the widest selection of professions to choose from. You make excellent doctors, brilliant lawyers, and if you decide, you can run the best organized service station in the city where you live. So as you can see, all you really need to do is look around, decide what it is you are interested in, and then proceed to do it. The possibilities of you reaching the executive level are extremely high. You have the quality that employers respect the most, and that is to become totally engrossed in your work and carry it through to a successful and profitable conclusion. It would not be wise for you to be one of many typists, secretaries, or interviewers. Originality and one-of-a-kind positions are extremely important factors in your personal makeup. There is no great driving force for you to become your own boss. you function extremely well within the large corporation or organization. This is not to say that you are not capable of owning or operating your own business. You most definitely are. It is just that you do not seem to really care whether you do or not. If you do go into business for yourself, it will most likely not be a small venture. It will, in all probability, grow to be a large, multifaceted type of operation. If, on the other hand, you work for a large corporation, there is a possibility of you becoming the head of that organization. Your driving forcefulness is recognized by your superiors shortly after your arrival. If they do not recognize your ability through their own observations, you will certainly bring it to their attention yourself. While working for a large organization, you will probably create a new job classification and then proceed to build it into a complete and necessary department. In the area of employee relations, you could run into trouble. Because you do not, as a rule, make mistakes yourself, you are intolerant of others who appear to have this human failing. When you make a mistake, it would be wise for employees and associates alike to get out of the way and certainly not bring it up at the next board meeting. They will be letting themselves in for a report on every mistake that has been made within the organization over the past 2 centuries. It should not be taken that Leo is incapable of accepting criticism. He can, but he must feel that it is warranted. A word of caution for you. Whatever profession or area of endeavor you may enter, try to be more understanding of human failings. You are capable of warm, generous affection. Use these qualities when dealing with those around you. The great power and energy that comes to Leo from his planetary ruler, the Sun, is not endless. You must be aware of allowing yourself to become overtaxed. This is caused directly by one of your highest attributes, that of personal drive. It is this drive that can allow you to forget such basic necessities as proper food and rest. Because you throw yourself so completely and totally into whatever project you happen to be involved with, you think that you can go on doing this with no concern for where this energy and drive is originating from. As all fire signs are capable of spontaneous combustion, so are they susceptible to placing heavy burden upon their heart and nervous systems. Although you do not often flare up, when you do, it is usually one that will be talked about around the bridge tables for many months to come. This strain of drive and temper flare-up must be controlled, and you must remember that you will have your great energy only so long as you take care to replace that which you have used. This is achieved by proper rest, diet, and recreation. You have very good recuperative powers, but as you grow older, keep in mind that things take a little longer to repair after a breakdown has occurred. You could be subject to high blood pressure. This is not uncommon in people of your temperament. Your diet should be properly balanced, and eating habits should be regulated. You have a tendency to forget or bypass some of your meals. In most cases, you do not need vast quantities of food, but you should regulate the times that you can sit down, relax, and enjoy a good meal. Leo should, as should all other signs, have regular medical checkups. This does wonders for your own peace of mind. When it comes to friends, associates, partners, or mates, Leo should avoid Capricorn. Capricorn is not likely to bring out the best of Leo traits and could probably do more to kindle the fires of temperament than any other sign in the entire zodiac. Leo is, however, extremely fortunate in being able to get along with almost any other sign, and has a special affinity toward Libra, Gemini, Aries, and Sagittarius. It is when you are combined with any of these signs that your best qualities show through. You are born with more need and desire for affection than are many of the other signs. But whatever partner or friend you do choose, they will be able to depend on your loyalty. This makes you vulnerable to splitting yourself into too many pieces while trying to give everyone what they want at the same time. Be careful of this tendency. In marriage, an outstanding relationship can develop between you and a native of the house of Libra. This could be a loving and affectionately demonstrative relationship. Of all signs, you have the ability to marry and make a happy and loving home with any of the other signs, with the one exception of Capricorn. A marriage with Gemini could be considered in many ways the most favorable. It would be blessed with loyalty and devotion on both sides. But the one drawback of a union of this type could be the stubbornness and the sensitive nature of Gemini. You would have to be on guard and treat Gemini a little more gently than your nature sometimes allows you. Whatever union or marriage you make, much of its success is dependent upon you. The Leo man, as the animal that represents him, is the king beyond all question. In his home, he will demand homage, and there must be no question as to who is the leader. Not only will he demand attention from his entire family, but he is also capable of unreasonable jealousy, out of all proportions, and when aroused, he will verbally whip the offending person. The Leo man is by far the most protective and more constantly watchful of his home and the ones he loves than any of the other signs. His home is truly his castle, and what belongs to him can never be questioned. The Leo man is capable of some very conservative opinions when it comes to women, and he could never accept any woman that he feels has been casual about her sex life. He does not demand virginity, but he demands decorum. The Leo woman has a queenly bearing about her. Her regality is never in question. Only the best will suit or satisfy this regal person, and she is most definitely a one-man woman. In protection of the man she loves, those that would attempt to interfere will be in for an unexpectedly ferocious fight. Mercy in this type of an affair is non-existent. She enjoys, as does the Leo man, flattery, but it had better be sincere flattery, or you will be told about it in no uncertain terms. Love for her is a personal and private affair. Although she likes to be seen with the man she has chosen, when it comes to her sex life, this will be closely guarded and a purely personal affair, not to be discussed or made mention of in the presence of other people. She is an excellent mother and watches her brood carefully at all times. This is strange inasmuch as, prior to marriage, she takes little interest in children at all. She is, however, a truly rare catch. In whatever you attempt, luck will play a natural role. While you are not the luckiest of all the signs, you are by no means unlucky. You can do much to aid your luck, such as being sure that certain colors are always to be found in your environment. Yellow and gold are the colors of the sun, and you should always have them close at hand. Gold has a high attraction in your color preferences. The numbers that could be most beneficial to you are 5, combining the power of the first female number 2 and the first masculine number 3. Also 9, which has the power of 3 tripled. When these numbers are mixed with any of your colors, in any combination, it should prove to be most advantageous. Your birthstone is the sardonyx, a particularly handsome stone, especially when worn by Leo. Within the business week, Tuesdays and Fridays could be the most favorable days on which to further present projects or embark on new ventures. Sunday is another favorable day for you. This could lead to successful plans for leisure time. The months of March and September are usually most favorable to Leo. Your luck and fortunes tend to run high during these time periods. It should be noted that Leo does not have what could be considered unlucky days or months. Due to Leo's self-reliance and personal drive, luck probably plays a lesser role where you are concerned, and consequently decisions made by you usually go in the desired direction regardless of how other people feel luck is running.
Your fortune is in the stars. Your horoscope can show you the way. But as in all things, you are the judge and the jury. You must make your own way through life and make the decisions that only you can make with any degree of total understanding. You are the leader, but the stars can be your guide. Your fortune awaits.